What is happening, sports fans? It's your man, Matt, from the DFS 5-Pack Rocket Solo, Saturday, September 11th. Hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. Excited for the first big day NFL tomorrow with, most teams playing. Fast should be a fun one. Me and DFS Patriot are actually, after I make this MLB video, going to come on our GPP members only video for NFL Week 1. I'm really excited for that. And if you want in on that, go check out the DFS 5-Pack, sign on up, or we got tons of ways for you to get in. So go check that out. And without further ado, let's hop into this 8-game MLB slate. I always like these Saturday dual slates. So, yeah, let's talk it out. All righty, so as far as pitching options go, we'll just start with Charlie Morton because he is coming in as one of the chalkiest pitchers we'll see all year. And I have no idea why he's only 8K in this spot. Ian Anderson was awesome after struggling early last night. Morton's had a fantastic year. The only reason not to play Morton here is ownership, like literally the only reason. And I know that means a lot in baseball, but I don't think you can. I think you could do a lot worse, and even in tournaments, just plugging in Morton and getting different elsewhere. That said, let's talk through the other guys. So Luis Garcia up top at 10-5. My problem with Garcia, he just doesn't throw a ton of pitches. He's really expensive. Fernando Valdez struggled a little bit yesterday. I'd rather, pay for one of the guys below him than go to Garcia personally. Dylan Cease, we know on any given day he's got big upside. Really tough matchup against Boston, though, so probably not where I want to go. Walker Buehler is a guy I'm interested in, coming off one of the worst starts of his career, the worst start of the year for him easily. He just didn't have it that day. I expect a nice bounce back from him here. San Diego has not been letting the world on fire. I got shut out last night. I like Buehler here, especially at that price point. Then we take a look at Luis Castillo. He is a lot better at home, worth noting. So I'm fine with Castillo here, but I don't think he's a must. I'm always on Castillo, though. I'm a big fan of his stuff. I think he's, one of the better pitchers in baseball. Not like a true ace, but one of the better pitchers. And at 9K and against a right-handed heavy Cardinals lineup, he's in play for me. Kluber, no thanks. Just not interested in him. I don't think he's going to go deep enough. Chris Flexen, Ryan's been on him a bunch this year. I haven't been on him hardly at all, and I doubt I use him here, but I don't hate it. Arizona's not very good. That said, they've been okay recently, adding a DH now in the AL, so I'm not excited about Flexen here. That's for damn sure. Charlie Morton, we talked about. Chris Paddock, not in this matchup against the Dodgers. No, thank you. Musgrove was pretty good last night, but not using Paddock here. Taijuan Walker, no thanks. As far as, wow, he was awesome last time. I didn't even realize how good he was. 40 spot. Complete game. 5 hits, 1 run, no walks, 8 Ks against the Rangers. I think he comes back down to earth in a big way here, and I like Houston a lot as a stack against him. Alicia Hernandez, I'm a fan of his stuff, but this is not the spot I want to use him. Just no thanks. Miles Mikolas, nah. He's much more solid and spectacular, and even that might be too high of a compliment. Brady Singer, don't hate it. Coming off a really nice start against the White Sox, has been pretty good recently, in good form. I'm not afraid of the Twins, really. I don't hate that. I'd use him over Pineda, who was pretty good last time out, but he's not going deep in games anymore, so no thanks. And then Castellanos and Seabold, just no. I do think Singer, if you're looking down here, is the guy. If you go Morton, Singer, you can obviously roster whatever bats you want, but let's talk about some bats and then we'll figure out where we want to go. Just looking at this slate of pitchers makes me like Morton even more, just because there really are no guys I love. Buehler, Morton, I think Castillo, obviously. Cease and Garcia are fine. Singer, I don't mind Singer here, so let's just mess around with it. All right, Boston on the White Sox. So we've got Seabold starting for the Red Sox. Listen, he's one of the better pitching prospects for the Red Sox. We know how that goes. I don't know how long his leash is. Before I do the write up, I will definitely do more research on him to see if he might be in play. Only 4K. Let me check out one thing real quick. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's crazy here. Let me see his past. I mean, listen, it might not be him, but if it is him, I think he's worth taking a long look at. And for the write up, I will definitely dive into that more. As far as the bats go, I mean, we know Cease can be very hit or miss. Probably not the spot I want to pick on Cease here. There's other teams I like more. That said, they're not getting any love. Smaller slate. I always like a lower owned Red Sox team. I don't hate it. I mean, I don't think it's the most exciting play on the board, but again, that's not why they're not getting a ton of love. So in play for sure. And then the White Sox actually are coming in as the chalk. I mean, big chalk. So we'll have to wait and see who pitches for the Red Sox. I mean, I don't buy their price tags, but I don't really get that, honestly. 1 second, guys. Let me see something. All right, so the White Sox are like a 175 favorite here. I mean, that's nothing crazy, although, Boston's usually never that big of a dog. I don't know. I mean, the White Sox are cheap as hell. Brave 35 or 4,500. Moncada 38. Robert 46. Jimenez 38. They're way too cheap. It makes no sense. Let's see what his deal is. He's close to returning. Randall's expensive. Abreu's not, but he's like more expensive than the other guys. I mean, the White Sox make a ton of sense in cash games and tournaments. I kind of like the Seabold side more. Not that it's needed, but I mean, I don't hate. I'm more on the Seabold side if I had to choose, given the White Sox ownership. That's all I'll say. Next, we have the Angels and the Astros. Luis Garcia against Jose Suarez. So, as far as the Angels go, Garcia has really come back down to earth, like since his really solid first half. He still has starts where he's solid, beyond solid, very, very good. But for the most part, he's not really. So the Angels, like more like mini stacks, but Otani, Walsh, I think both these guys homered last night. So Adele's actually been good lately. So like those three would be my favorites. Brandon Marsh is cheap as hell. He's been solid too. So I don't hate some Angels pieces. More excited about the Astros side though, for sure. Again, Suarez mentioned, I think he comes back down to earth here. You got good hitters all over the board. I have no idea why Alex Bregman's only 4,100. He's red hot right now. Crushes lefties. I imagine he's getting a lot of ownership. Check. Hada's coming in as the highest owned third baseman, then Bregman. I like Bregman a lot. I think he's one of the best bats on the slate. Give me him over Moncada, like for sure. Gurriel, Altuve. I like the whole stack. Correa, and I have no idea why Bregman's so cheap. If I had to pick one bat, it'd be him. But I like the whole stack, and I think their price tags might keep people off. Like Kyle Tucker at 5,300, lefty on lefty. People won't want to spend that. He crushes lefties though. So Houston, one of, if not my favorite stack on the board. KC in Minnesota. We have Pineda against Brady Singer. I really, the more I think about it, I know he's in good form. I just cannot see myself using Brady Singer. I don't know. It doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies for sure. And I'm not going to be surprised if Minnesota gets to him here. I mean, we also know Singer's a guy that, despite having, spun together a few good starts now, he got lit up by the Yankees and Orioles, the two before that, like absolutely lit up. So the Twins, now they're pricey. I mentioned this last night. They're not going to get a lot of love. Buxton's hot now. So I'd rather play expensive, hot Buxton, or not hot, expensive, heating up Buxton versus cheap, like cold Buxton, personally. And then the rest of their lineup, too. I mean, they're expensive, which will keep their ownership down. Hard to prioritize, but I like this you can get there, and with the options that we talked about, like let's see Seabolds in play. I mean, the price tags really don't matter. And then as far as the Royals go, they're coming in with a lot of ownership also. Whit Merrifield, really cheap now, 4,500. Salvador Perez, not cheap, but affordable.